Okay, today we're going to subtract decimals. The process is the same. The key is really making sure that you have the placeholder zeros in place. If they're not in place, and if you don't regroup, you'll get the answer wrong 100% of the time, even if you do the rest of the subtraction right. Okay, so just like with adding decimals, first step, when they're written left to right, we need to get them up and down. When we get them up and down, we need to make sure that the place values and decimal points are lined up. Okay? Then, I need to go and put in the placeholder 0 here. Okay? If I don't do that, and if I just say this is 8, and then I regroup, 13 minus 4 is 9. Okay? There's actually nothing here. If I have nothing, I can't take 8 away from it. Okay? This will be wrong every single time, even though I did the rest of the math correctly. Okay? So let me rewrite it again. Get my place values lined up. Put the placeholder 0 in. If I have nothing, can I take 8 away? No, so I'm going to have to regroup. It becomes a 10. 12 minus 4 is 8. Okay, so you can see the differences between the two numbers. You have to put in those placeholder zeros. Okay? Once you have it set up, the setup is the most important part, and then you can subtract like you subtracted since you learned how to subtract. Okay? So that's problem 13. Problem 14, same thing. Let's line it up and down, making sure my place values are the same. Okay? I need to put a placeholder 0. I can add that 0. Remember, it's not changing the value. All those place values, it didn't shift anything. Okay? Now I can do the math. So this would become a 4. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 0, 0. Regroup here. That becomes a 5. This becomes a 13. 13 minus 5 is 8. Okay, 18 and 7 thousandths. Okay? You could also, if you would want to give it a quick check, you can round, because we've rounded to 64. This one would round to 46. If I do the math real quick, 18, it checks out. Okay? So that's optional. You could, just to make sure. But again, you're going to be, if you don't put that placeholder 0, you're going to be really close to the right answer. So the estimating is not going to catch while putting the placeholder 0 in. Okay? So you have to be aware of that. To get everything lined up, get those placeholder zeros in. Okay? And we have 300. Okay, don't let these ones fool you. Minus 73 4700ths. Okay? With a whole number, even though we don't write it, the decimal point's there, so we're now going to have to add the decimal point, and then I can add the 2 zeros. If I try to add it, there's 300, and I put those 2 zeros in without the decimal point, I change my number from 300 to 30,000. I put the decimal point in, it's back to 300. Okay, so very important. And then, probably the most complicated type of number to subtract is a number with a lot of zeros in it. So this becomes a 2, this becomes a 10. To come over here, this becomes a 10, this becomes a 9. This becomes a 10, this becomes a 9. This becomes a 10, this becomes a 9. Okay? 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. 2 minus, and I can put that placeholder 0 in there also. 2 minus 0 is 2. Okay? So your homework for tonight, as I get back here on screen, is that you'll do up to number 24, and you'll have until Thursday to get that done. As always, if you have any questions or if you need more explanation, see me during time or an appropriate time during the day, and I will help you out.